Good afternoon, goeiemiddag. This is Thursday and we are in December 2020, our first Thursday, December 2020. Welcome to another Tjhoko Live, and I am not going to do this live. I'm not going to give instructions. I'm not going to tell what I'm doing. Sometimes we wonder why things happen. And when looking back at 2020, a very surreal year for all of us, and if there's someone that hasn't been touched or influenced by 2020, you are a very special person. But looking back on the year, we got taught so many things. And so many people have crossed our paths in this year. And today I have three very special guests with me. Three very special guests with me. I would not be standing here today and have them in my house if it wasn't for 2020 and COVID. They have touched my life. They have enriched my life. They have lifted me up and supported me in a time where I thought I might be losing things. So with me today is the people that answer your questions, and that's not part of the Tjhoko factory or the Tjhoko permanent team. And the people that are with me is Trish Shaw, Marina Smith, and Sunela Peter. These are three amazing ladies that unconditionally gave up their time to assist on a Facebook page where they actually didn't have anything to do, but was so willing to assist with answering questions, giving advice, asking if they're not sure what advice to give, and just gave of themselves. So they are actually from three different provinces. Trish is from Natal, Marina from the Cape province, and Sunette from Mpumalanga, and they only arrived today and only heard an hour back that they will be the ones presenting this live and not me. The only wall in my house that has not been chalkboard, they are going to chalkboard. Yep. Their permanent fingerprints will be on this wall as a remembrance for me of what 2020 meant for me. So, girls, welcome. I'm not going to do the talking any further. Enjoy the time with them. Embrace this moment. You have meant so much for me. Have fun in the session. Relax. This crowd is very forgiving. You can mix Afrikaans and English in between. Use the sentences wrong is where you need to ask, and was where you need to learn, and they don't judge.
No judgment.
No judgment, just relax, enjoy, and it's a huge privilege having you all here. So they are going to change my wall, my bathroom. This is the bathroom they will use. So we won't finish this today because we have gin to finish later, but we will finish it during the course of this weekend. And then we will post the after next week. So take time and be patient with us. It will be done soon. Good. Over to you girls.
Thank you. Beautiful people. All I can say is wow. Wow. It's absolutely fantastic to be here. Nadine is everything you could ever hope for and a million times more. And this amazing team, an amazing, amazing team. I don't want to cry, I don't want to get emotional because it's happy days, absolutely happy days for us all to finally be together after working together for so long. So I'm Trish. We're going to be doing a wash technique on the wall for you, on Nadine's wall. Like she said, we had no idea this was going to happen. So it's lovely to be here.
Hi, I'm Marina. We're going to do this washed wall in three colours that Nadine chose, which is Vineyard Stone, David and Labels Light. And we are going to maybe at the end of the session do a stencil of Paris stencil on here to show you, and Sunette will show you how to mix the paint with glaze. For a bathroom, you have to mix the paint with glaze to protect against moisture. If you want to do a wash on a wall that is not near moisture, in a hallway, you don't have to mix it with glaze. So we are mixing even parts of glaze and paint together. Yes.
Goed, hou vast.
So I'm handing over to Sunette. I'll the microphone. So I must just say,
Die plaas Japie sal Afrikaans praat.
this morning I was sitting at the airport at 7 o'clock painting my nails for the first time in weeks because I wasn't going to work with paint today. And then got surprised by Nadine.
Ons het onsself so mooi gemaak, nou moet ons weer verf. Goed. Ons gaan gou die verf vir julle meng. Helfte verf. Ek het Winnie Stone in my hand. So dis helfte verfie. Wat ek net gou mooi toemaak. Dankie. Helfte glaze. En ons gaan al drie kleure lekker meng. Ons gaan 'n bietjie van 'n wash. Ek gaan nog so 'n klein druppeltjie weg, ekskuus, dankie. Dankie. En hom goed meng.
We're going to do almost like a blended effect on the wall, but not planning beforehand where which color goes. So we're just going to feel it as we go along.
Dan gebruik jy jou lappie. Hou maar jou, moet ek hom vashou. Ek kan nie.
Ek sal vashou vir jou.
Lekker nat maak met 'n emmer water byderhand. En dan gaan ons aan ons glaze 50-50 glazing verf mengseltjie deur. Dit word lekker vuil. Dis lekker. En ons was die muur. Heerlik.
Sunette, en ek is reg as ek sê mens moet die lap so nat as moontlik maak, né?
Ja, lekker nat, lekker klam.
Want die bakstene is nogal absorberend.
En jy wil die verf lekker versprei.
Ja.
As hy te dik is, kan hy nie lekker versprei nie. So jy gaan lekker was. Hieronder het ons onder die ligter kleur bietjie gespeel. So ons gaan lekker de mekaar werk, bietjie. Ons wil al die kleure meng. En dan na die tyd is dit altyd lekker om jou ligste kleur weer by te sit, om hom op te lig en bietjie helderder te maak. So nou gaan ek bietjie oorgee. Kom, jy jou kleur, jou beurt.
Ek is nou besig met David. David has been mixed, same as what Sunette has done. Half David and half glaze. My cloth has already been wet in my water mixture. And as Marina's explained, the wetter the cloth, the actually better for you, okay? So more wet than dry. Get in there. It's lacquer. Lacquer to get your hands dirty.
Manicure gone.
That's it. That's it. We have fun. This is water that you can see I've already been washing with. Wet your cloth again. Nadine always says to roll it in a little ball, tuck the corners away. It's easier to work with. And she's right. And there you go. There is no right way and no wrong way of doing this.
This technique is perfect for older houses that has a wall somewhere that is face brick. Sometimes it's a darker red or sometimes it's a yellow color. And it's very easy to mute that color that you don't like with doing a wash. You can just use one color and then do a dry brush with another lighter color afterwards, or you can use multiple colors. This is where you can use your creative freedom.
En as jy nie te bang is dat die hele huis vervaar word nie, dan moet jy die kinders ook. Kom, was bietjie die muur saam met mamma.
Lee, do we have any questions from anyone?
How do you get your hands clean, ladies? That's a question we often get.
Nadine always says in a bath with bubble bath and a glass of wine. But mostly when I get home after a session of painting, I have some dishes to wash. And it works equally well if you're washing the dishes. Once you're busy with the dishes and once you're done with the dishes, your hands are actually clean.
Gedurende COVID het ons ook agtergekom dat sanitizer baie goed werk. Baie.
Ladies, I have a question. If you feel, so here's my question, and that's something that we also often receive. If you feel that you want to change anything, can you do something on top of the Tjhoko glaze?
Absolutely. That's what's so magical about Tjhoko. You can just go over it. Nothing is set in stone. You can constantly wash over, dry brush over, play around, have fun. That's what makes it magical.
I am thoroughly enjoying my Thursday live session. Cheers to 2020. Dit nou te laat aangesluit. Kan jy dalk my sê wie die dames is? Okay, this video is available afterwards on both our Facebook page and the YouTube channel. These ladies are the amazing ladies that assist you on all your questions on the Tjhoko Creations group. So it's Trisha, Marina Smith and Sunita Beer. They have come to visit me from 3 different provinces, arrived earlier today and only heard an hour ago that they will be doing the live session. And I don't know why I didn't have this planned earlier. It's lovely, this Thursday live.
What we are trying to create is some lighter and darker areas. When the paint is starting to dry, we'll have a look to see where we can add some highlights and where we need to maybe blend a little bit more. But this is just about a lot of fun. And can I tell you something else? We have been working together, Trish and Sunette and myself and Nadine, this whole year on Facebook, answering questions, and this is the first time that we're actually meeting each other in real time. So this is quite a special occasion for us.
Very special.
Danny has also been assisting the entire year
Yes.
on Facebook.
As well
That
as
is
Lee.
Danny. And on the toilet is Lee. Lee is Duncan. Lee is Duncan on Tjhoko Creations group. She doesn't have her own Facebook page, which will soon change. But that is Lee. Lee is my personal assistant, my right hand, my reason for being sane. And then, ladies, a question that I have is, was any preparation done on this wall before you started washing it?
We only arrived about 2 hours ago, so I'm not sure if Nadine washed it like this. I don't think so. We only arrived and we started painting. The brick is actually quite porous, so the paint will dry and really go into the brick. So it's not necessary. The only reason why we are using glaze is because this is a bathroom and there's a shower and there's moisture. And the glaze will protect against the moisture. Question?
I want to do a touch-up on my bedside table. Is it wise to mix the paint and glaze from the beginning?
Can I answer this?
Yes, please.
So, no, we only mix paint and glaze or paint and water when we're doing a whitewash effect. That's the only time we do it. When you do touch-ups, you clean properly with lacquer thinners, especially something like a bed pedestal that might be a varnished surface or maybe a previously painted surface and you don't know if it's completely clean and grease-free. Clean with your lacquer thinners, wait 40 minutes, do your touch-up on that section. You can even clean that section where you need to do a touch-up. Clean that section properly, dip the tip of your cloth in some lacquer thinners, wipe it clean, wait your 40 minutes, do your touch-up with only your paint. If need be, wait your 20 to 40 minutes and do a second coat of touch-up, and then you allow your 4 hours and then you apply the glaze. Don't try to skip steps. The only time we mix glaze and Tjhoko together is for a whitewash effect where the surface is very porous, like raw timber, raw cement, raw brick, and the surface can absorb the moisture. So it's a single step for a whitewash effect that's water resistant and then also UV resistant. Any other questions, Leekie?
Yes, do you need to do it with a paintbrush? Can you do it with a paintbrush or do you have to do it with a wet brush?
Okay, let me answer that question. The reason, and you can focus on them while they're busy working with a cloth, Danny. The reason why we're using a cloth is due to the fact that the bricks are very flat, very smooth, and a cloth works well. Not all face brick surfaces are smooth and even like this. And then a cloth will actually get stuck onto your rough surface. Those times it's easier to use a brush. And then you will do a whitewash effect, but combine it with dry brush actually, where we just brush the brick with very dry paint to slowly but surely transform the color of your raw brick surface. So smooth surfaces, cloth works like a charm, you can see it. Rough surfaces, use a paintbrush.
Sunette, are you ready to start shall we start putting the stencil up?
I think it's dry enough.
Yes,
I think
it's-
it's droog.
So normally you would wait at least 4 hours for this to dry before you started doing stenciling on it, but because we are limited for time, we're going to start. Nadine chose a beautiful stencil. Let me show you. This is part of the Tjhoko range of stencils. There are stencils that are A5 size, tiny, tiny stencils, and really big stencils. So there's a massive selection and really beautiful options. So we're going to use masking tape to stick this down. And then we're going to use Tjhoko's product that, let me just grab a
Wat het ek aangee?
Stencil of Paris. So this is Stencil of Paris, which is the most amazing 3D stenciling paste. Creates a 3D effect. Sunette, do you want to explain
Ja, so
what
ons
we're
het
doing?
besluit, ons gaan al die kleure wat ons op die muur gebruik, gaan ons in die Stencil of Paris meng, en jy het regtig min nodig, want jou Stencil of Paris moet nie te dun word nie, anders gaan hy onder jou stencil self inloop. Ons meng hom mooi deeglik, en dan gaan ons David nie. Ons gaan Vinjastone, David gaan ons nie gebruik nie, hy is te lig, so ons gaan hom net so gebruik vir die ligte kleur. Vinjastone inmeng,
En hy word so skakering donkerder droog, as wat hy lyk as
en
wat
dan
hy...
gaan ons hom ook so deur mekaar meng in die patroon van die stencil. Dit gaan net lyk of hy so 'n bietjie agter die deur uitkruip en of die muur so 'n bietjie weggekap is, 'n lekker tekstuur. Speel met teksture. Is altyd 'n wenner. Trishi, hier is jou Stencil of Paris.
Ready. I'm absolutely ready.
Okay, ek sal
Iemand
vast
met
hou.
Plak
Ja,
vir jou.
Nadine kan verder gesels, dan plak ons van die stencil
Ons gaan
vast.
vir jou
Is
die ander
Is
kant
there
sit.
something you want to say to me?
Well, firstly, yes, this is one of my absolute favourite things to do in the whole wide world. If you haven't tried it, you have to. It is super, super fun. And like Sunette was explaining in Afrikaans for us, you can mix any paint colour, well, with the exception of David or Lebos Light or Stefan, which are our lighter colours, into your Stencil of Paris to create a gorgeous, gorgeous colour that you can work with. And remember, when it dries, it does dry a shade darker.
Teamwork.
Sunette, ek het ongelukkig jou hele lyf nou ingekry.
En ek het spesifieke instruksies gegee, slegs van die skouers af boontoe. Maar nee,
En Tjhoko volg ons nie instruksies.
in Tjhoko verf ons na die spoegspad.
Ja.
So I think one of the most amazing things is how creativity developed. This was not my idea. That when they walked into the bathroom, this is something they come up with, and this is coincidentally the stencil I did have in my very dear mekaar garage. I want to invite everybody. If you don't do anything in December, you are welcome for a team session in my garage to create order. Whatever you can find there, you can have. Okay, just come visit.
Ek kom.
Jy gaan baie gou spyt wees jy het ingestem.
While we apply, Nadine can explain what we're doing because it's
Difficult to talk
Yeah.
at work.
Yeah.
Okay, so they will spread the stencil paste on top of the painted surface in various stencil coloured pastes. So we've mixed Tjhoko Paint in Levels Light and Vineyard Stone into the stencil paste, and this is not a perfect wall. So I do not expect perfection. It needs to be creative, it needs to be fun, and whatever we want to change, we can later sand, we can wash over it. It can be something creative. I heard a story today of a client of Lee's that was very worried of stenciling her own wall. And Lee just told her, you can do it. And immediately she came up with so many excuses why it's something she cannot do. But Lee was persistent and said, believe in yourself, it's something you can do. Have patience, work slowly, have a plan in mind. And sometimes you just need to set the right setting for yourself. Switch on some music that you love. Burn a candle. Stimulate your senses and get into a creative mood. Once you start trying to be creative, you will benefit completely from it. Creativity is the best form of therapy there is.
And it's also something that doesn't run out. The more you use it, the more you have of it. So, yes, just start somewhere.
That's one of my most
Treasures.
sayings, né? Creativity can't be used up. The more you use it, the more you have of it.
Jy het nou al gesê dis soos 'n atleet wat oefen. Hoe meer jy oefen, hoe vinniger kan jy hardloop. Ek beloof julle, hoe meer ek verf, hoe meer kry ek reg. Want jou brein oefen en jy dink nog 'n idee uit en jy dink nog 'n idee uit en die kreatiwiteit groei soos wat jy oefen om kreatief te wees. Absoluut.
En ek dink jy raak ook minder bang om nuwe goed te probeer.
Maar maar Tjhoko maak dit maklik.
Ja. Ons is baie keer geneig so net om baie selfkrities te wees. Wat gaan ander sê? Wat gaan ander dink? What will other people say or think if I do this or try that? Park those feelings. Just try something and the reward is sweet.
And nothing can not be fixed.
Yeah.
Everything can be fixed. You can change the color if you like.
Yeah.
What's the sky is the limit.
And something about Facebook that I've recently realized is that I go around to all the stockists in the Western Cape, and I often meet clients, and then they do amazing work. Some of the stockists even do amazing work. And then I ask them, why are you not putting this on the Facebook Creations group? And then they say that they're too shy, or maybe it's not good enough, and then it's amazing the things that they're doing. One of my stockists in Worcester are using Tjhoko to do paintings with, and it's beautiful, but she's never posted it. So don't be shy, post it. There's lots of people, there's almost 40,000 women on that group, and they would love to see everything that everyone is doing. So I want to encourage all the chocoholics to post what they're doing on the Facebook Creations group.
I have decided I am slightly blending
Some of the colors.
some of the colours just randomly.
And we're not filling this up entirely, hey?
No.
We're just leaving some areas bare so that it creates almost a random pattern effect. We'll see. Maybe we'll put it back and finish it up later.
Julle speel nou te lekker, julle moet begin stop.
Okay. The big reveal.
I'm very glad that I'm not a reporter. I would be fired long time ago. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Dan sal ons nou nog 'n stukkie hier
Ja.
doen. Ons sal nog 'n stukkie daar doen, 'n stukkie daar in die hoek doen. Dit lyk amper soos 'n ou muur wat bietjie weggekap is en dan sal ons die teksture ook weer so bietjie met 'n verfie bykom.
En dan wat ek dink, as jy enige iets wil verander, wag tot die Stencil of Paris droog is. Vat 'n 100 grit skuurpapier, so take 100 sandpaper once the Stencil of Paris has dried completely. And then you start sanding. You can even wash some of the colors that we've used here on top, here and there, to get a beautiful look and feel. So this is going to be plain. This is going to be creative fun. This is going to be a long evening. Is there anything else you girls want to mention, say, word of advice?
When it comes to the Stencil of Paris, please don't panic. Nothing is ever supposed to be perfect. If you feel that what you've done isn't perfect, you can always come through here in these little nooks and crannies and you can touch it up while it's still wet. So just come in, a little earbud, sometimes a little toothpick, your little finger, and you can just wipe all those little areas away and it's perfect. Art doesn't have to be, what's the word I'm looking for?
Perfect.
Perfect. It's perfectly imperfect.
Ja.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah. And this is not, it's not a perfect session. It's plain, it's playful, it's fun. But we will post the after for you and then you will see it is absolutely perfect.
Ons is lief vir julle almal op Facebook.
Ja.
Post en post weer. Want ons inspireer die wêreld en dis lekker en hou net aan.
En namens ons almal wat hier is vandag, wil ek vir Nadine dankie sê, want ek weet almal van julle op Facebook kyk hierdie video's oor en leer ongelooflik baie by Nadine oor verf, maar nie net oor verf nie, oor mens wees, oor hoe om terug te gee vir mekaar, oor hoe om lief te wees vir mekaar. En in hierdie tyd, wanneer ons in die vakansietyd en in die Kersfeestyd so graag saam met ons familie wil wees, Nadine is iemand wat haar hele hart gee vir mense om haar, nie net vir Tjhoko kliënte nie net vir Tjhoko verskaffers nie net vir haar familie nie, maar enige een met wie sy in aanraking kom. En ek wil namens almal van ons, van julle op Facebook ook, I want to say thank you, Nadine, for everything that you are putting into our lives. Paint and everything else. And all the love. Thank you. Bye! Ek het nie bedoel om jou te